Hello, and welcome back to Introduction to Programming. In today's lesson, we'll dive into the basics of Python. Python is a versatile, beginner-friendly programming language. Like all languages, Python has a syntax and structure which needs to be followed to ensure a computer understands the instructions it is receiving. In this lesson, we will explore this syntax and write a few simple programs. We'll start by opening idle. If you haven't installed it yet, you can download it using the link in the lesson notes. To begin with, we'll look at statements. In programming, a statement is a command given to the computer that instructs it to perform a specific action. Some statements have visible outputs, like displaying information on the screen, or collecting input from the screen. Others are used to check conditions, define variables, or control the flow of a program. Statements in Python are separated by a new line. Here's an example of a statement. The print statement is used to display text on the screen. We just executed a single statement by typing it directly into the idle terminal. However, when you are working with more code, especially if you want to reuse the code, it's best to use a script. A script is a file containing Python code. It usually has a .py extension, pronounced .py. Let's write a simple script that prints Hello Python. From the File menu, select New File. A new window will open with a blank text file. This is where we will write our Python code. Now that our code is written, we can save changes and execute the script. Select Save from the File menu, or use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+S. Then, from the Run menu, click Run to execute the script. Now, you know how to create and execute scripts in Python using idle. In programming, it is common to organize groups of related code in blocks. In Python, blocks are represented by indenting the code under the statement that groups them. Let's consider an if statement. We will look at if statements in more detail soon, but in summary, they are used to run a block of code only if a particular condition is met. The syntax is like this. It is also possible to leave comments in your code. This can be useful to remind yourself of why you implemented some code in a particular way, or to explain to yourself and others what a particular piece of code is meant to do. As you gain experience and work on larger projects, it is common for several people to work on or around the same code, so helpful comments can help avoid a lot of headache. Python allows a special syntax for comments, which tells the computer to not try to process the text as Python. Here's an example of comments in code. If you've done algebra, you have probably already encountered variables. Variables are used in programming as placeholders for information. Imagine a program that collects information about a user. For example, their name, age, and address, and then uses this information to create a sentence about that user. While the program is collecting information, it can be stored in variables, so the program can use the information later on. Let's see this in practice.